Such a good song. Sister Location has good music. It's a shame the game itself is ass. I'm sorry, I just hate Sister Location. Well, the base game, the custom night goes hard, but the base game sucks. Night 1, boring. It's just boring. It's just like, oh, welcome to your first day. And then you go home. You know, and then Night 2 was actually really fire. The Funtime Freddy in the Dark section was amazing. Easily one of the best mini games in FNAF in the FNAF franchise. And then Night 3 happens, and that, I'm not gonna lie to you, that part sucked. Like, just straight up, that part sucked. Can you get out of my room, Yendo? I can see why some people liked it. I mean, like, some people view it as easy. For me, it was pretty difficult because, well, I just couldn't figure out how to catch Bonbon. It was really annoying. But yeah, and like, Night 3 sucked, in my opinion. And then everyone agrees that Night 4 was a mistake. And everyone who's actually played through Night 4 agrees that that shit was ass. Night 4 was trash. That was an unbalanced hellscape of a level with, oh my god, easily one of the most boring intros. Like, yes, you get jump scared at the end of Night 3 and dragged into Night 4, which is pretty cool, don't get me wrong. Like, having a actual canon jump scare, that's very cool. And I liked it. But, like, the thing about that is that the minigame itself was horrible. Night 5, well, the canon Night 5 with Baby, it was okay. But that wasn't really fun. It's a cutscene. You walk in, you input a code, you follow Baby's instructions through the darkness, and then you get scooped. Roll credits. Like, you just play Simon Says. You have no agency, no nothing. You just do what you're told. And the code's random every time, so you can't even, like, speed blitz it. It's easily one of the most boring nights in FNAF history, and I hated it. The only thing more boring than that night, in my opinion, is Night 1 of FNAF 3, and that's because nothing, literally nothing happens. But Night 5, Ennard's Night, like Night 6 as I like to call it, FNAF's, like, Ennard's Night, ooh, I love it. Perfection. That was such a fun night. Difficult as all hell, but very, very fun. That's crazy how when we return to generic FNAF gameplay, the game suddenly becomes one of the best. And I'm not trying to be an oldie and say, oh my god, FNAF was so much better when it stuck to the old formula, which, depending on who you ask, is definitely true, depending on who you ask. It's just, Sister Location was just a mixed bag for me. Some parts were amazing, other parts blew. The highs were really high, the lows were below sea level. We're talking bedrock level. Shit was ass. So, it all depends on who you ask, I guess. A lot of people say that the lore was the strongest part of this game, which it definitely was. If I give this game credit for anything, is that it has one of the tightest stories and one of the best ways of storytelling in the entire series. What game do I think conveys the story the worst? Security Breach. The fact that you need a book to understand the story of Security Breach? Atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. FNAF 1, you figure out about the missing children's incident, and apparently the person who did the MCI was caught, so I'm just gonna assume that got retconned, because as far as I'm concerned, your boy Willie never got caught for his crimes. Maybe Henry took the blame for him, but I don't see that holding up. So in FNAF 1, In a Bubble is just a story about a killer who killed some children, and then you're facing off against the possessed animatronics. FNAF 1 was not supposed to, like, blow up and be the story it is today. It was supposed to live and die it was supposed to be born and supposed to die with the first game. Which is why the lore is kind of dog shit in some areas. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's certainly not perfect. Just like my gameplay. It's not bad, but it certainly isn't perfect.